Welcome back. The Audi has been clayed. I finished using the clay bar on the entire car. Now it's time to buff it out because it's filled with swirl marks and scratches. But before I do that, I want to showcase the various car buffers and polishers that are available because, like anything else, there's a science behind this, and each tool has its own respective application. Now, first and foremost, this right here, this is not a car polisher. This is a cordless drill. A lot of companies sell a backing plate that attaches to the chuck of the drill, and that's perfectly fine. This works great for doing headlight restoration. However, for paint polishing, you do not want to use this tool, and the reason why is because it's a rotary machine, and with that small pad, you'll leave swirl marks and holograms in the finish. So save this for headlights. And when you look at the vast assortment of buffers here, at first your head might spin, and because there's so many choices, but I'm going to break this down. Now, what looks the most recognizable to most of you would be a big wool pad like this. A wool pad is used on a rotary machine, which spins in a circular motion, and this tool is used by professionals in the body shop environment. Of all the machines here, the rotary is by far the most powerful because it's direct drive and it spins in a circular motion. Body shops use this to remove sanding marks after they wet sand the finish. You'll also find this in the hands of detailers who are detailing boats, or if they're removing heavy swirl marks and really heavy oxidation and scratches. For the enthusiast or the beginner, this is not the ideal choice. This is something that belongs in the hands of a professional. It's a great tool to have, but you want to make sure you practice first using like an old panel from a body shop that you got for free, but definitely not on your own car because you can burn through the edges. A dual action machine is a much safer bet for beginners, enthusiasts, and even most professionals because there's virtually no risk of causing any damage. Now, compared to the rotary machine, which spins in a circular motion, a dual action polisher has a pad that both rotates and oscillates. So what this means is that the tool is not going to leave any swirl marks or scratches. It's very safe and it creates minimal heat compared to the rotary, which generates a ton of heat. Now, with this particular tool, what makes it unique is that it's a dual action, like the other machines. However, it's forced rotation, meaning it's gear driven. This pad is always going to spin no matter what. This particular machine is great for correction and for polishing and even waxing. Now, another option is this is also a dual action polisher, but this is what you call a free spinning machine. And what makes this different from this guy right here is the fact that this does not have any tension on the backing plate. It's free spinning, like I mentioned, and overall it's a little bit easier to use. An advantage with this type of tool is that it's smoother than the forced rotation machines. And what makes it smoother is the fact that it's free spinning, and this has a 15mm orbit. And what that means is that the area that the pad covers, the stroke of the machine, is 15mm. A traditional dual action polisher, like you'll find locally at your hardware store, is going to be a 5mm orbit. This tool right here is an 8mm. So you have a free spinning, long stroke machine, as they call it. It's smooth, it's powerful, it's very effective. And then you have a forced rotation dual action polisher that is going to be more capable when you're working on something that's heavily neglected. Of these two machines, I personally choose the forced rotation because I'm a tool guy. I use a lot of tools, I'm hands-on. In this machine, it's both powerful, it's capable, and it's also very safe. And all these different machines nowadays, with battery technology being as improved as it is, with power tools to even electric cars, you can actually get a machine that's powered by lithium-ion batteries that's equally as powerful and capable as your traditional machine that plugs in to a wall. Now, there's also tools for small intricate panels, and this guy right here, this is lightweight. It has a 3-inch pad from the factory, and you can also change it using this quick release collar to a 1-inch pad. And this guy is designed for all the small intricate panels where a larger pad size simply won't fit. If you look at the pad size, 6 3/4 inches versus 1 inch, there's a big difference there. So if you're an enthusiast and you polish your car, you'll love having a small machine because it really gets in to all the nooks and the crannies and the tight spots, like between your emblems and your mirrors and anywhere else a larger machine doesn't fit. What happens a lot of times, I've been using these machines for years, I've been teaching people how to use these tools, is you often think, well, you'll buy one of these and you'll only use it once or twice. Well, the fact of the matter is when you buy a high quality dual action polisher, not one of the inexpensive ones that only last a summer or two, but something really good, when you see how easy it is to polish your car, you'll actually find yourself doing it more often because there's minimal risk of causing any damage with the dual action machine. They're safe, they're friendly, and the learning curve is usually 1 or 2 panels and you become an expert. If you decide to go the route of a corded machine, you want to make sure you invest in a high quality power cord. So what you do not want to do is use an inexpensive cord that's going to choke out the machine. Use something that's 12 gauge, 15 amp, and what I like about this particular cord is that it has a locking mechanism, so when you plug it in, it's never going to come undone. And besides that, there's a lot of good information online about foam and wool buffing pads because there's also a science behind that too. So make sure you choose the right machine, the right pad, and then we'll get to work. And I have a lot in front of me here with the swirl marks and scratches on this Audi.